Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, today it seems to be a bit tricky. I have been waiting for the drop in the market, and I think any correction that happens right now would be a great opportunity to buy, because in the long term, the markets always go up. We had the AI revolution that we are looking forward to, that will increase productivity, bottom lines, and also the profitability of various companies and sectors of industry. So there's a whole lot of things that will keep on pushing the market up. But momentarily, we are in a point of time in the year when fund companies and others have to show profits, and they would rather book profits where all the shares are at a higher level. I'm going to share my thoughts with you, and as always, we'll look at all the indicators and we'll keep it short. I value your time. So let's look at the disclaimer and then get started. Welcome back, friends. As you can see, we are looking at the CNBC website, and you can see most of the indices are red. S&P futures is marginally down, and NASDAQ futures is marginally down, not by too much, but it's just an indication of how undecided the market is. We have Dow futures up a little bit. I think overall what is happening is there's been a bit of rotation. I think AI and technology is very buoyant, and I guess people are taking profits from there, and sectoral rotation is not very clear. So it seems like small caps are getting money from time to time, and other companies which are beaten down, which may benefit from interest rate cuts, are probably attracting some money. But at this point of time, it's very difficult to predict which direction the day is going to go. I'm always afraid that it will be into a correction because of the time of the year that it is and the historical record of October. But having said that, some of the headlines out here seems to make some connection with me. One is the mortgage refinance boom takes hold as weekly demand surges 20%. So that could indicate a lot of positive for the housing sector. Inventory will start moving, and all construction related and home renovation related stuff will find demand. And also people who do those kind of trades like plumbing and drywalling and all those guys will start getting more offers. And that's a very good aspect of the dropping interest rate. And also when mortgage refinance takes place and people move from a higher interest rate to a lower interest rate, their consumption can increase. So consumer confidence can also increase in this process. So that's what I'm thinking with regard to that. Another one that catches my attention is Nvidia shares pop as CEO may be done selling shares after hitting preset plan limit. We saw this phenomenon with Tesla as well. When Elon Musk was selling to buy Twitter, Tesla shares fell, and then they recovered once he was done with his selling. I think same thing is happening with Nvidia. Then another headline that I think we all should pay attention as genomic investors is the Senate grilling of Novo Nordisk CEO saying stop ripping us off. There could be a little bit of truth in the ripping off part, but this could very quickly get into price controls and dampening of margins. So we as investors have to follow this space very carefully. And also I think the CEOs of drug companies have got to be very cognizant when they are pricing their drugs so that it doesn't fall prey to populist measures or populist slogans and make the pharma industry the villain of the piece. That's what I'm thinking out here. I also think there is a great opportunity to buy Visa stocks because the Justice Department has just launched an investigation into Visa, and the shares have dropped abruptly. The long-term picture for Visa is still good, so I think that there is an opportunity out there to buy. We'll see what happens with Visa today, and I might try to do a little bit of Visa on the Canadian side. So these are all, of course, my personal opinions and not financial advice. So please do your own due diligence before making any decision to buy stocks. Next, I want to share a headline with you which makes me optimistic. It says Japanese yen depreciates as traders expect Bank of Japan to delay rate hikes. And if this sentiment continues, I think the yen unwind second leg might be postponed or delayed for a longer period of time. So this is another positive I see today. Then let's take a quick look at the economic calendar. I think we already have the mortgage headings that we saw in CNBC. I think the next big data point for us would be durable goods orders month over month, and GDP growth rate quarter over quarter final. This is going to come up at 8:30 a.m. along with initial jobless claim on Thursday. This is going to be a headliner and could influence the markets. So we'll have to watch them at around 8:30. Of course, I try to release my videos by 8 o'clock, so I might not be catching it. I'll try to make a second video if possible, if I have a clear indication of what happens after these results come in. And then we have Fed Chair Powell's speech at around 9:20, which will again be a headliner. And of course, on Friday, we have got core PCE. So the next 2 days are going to be very critical. So I'm expecting that today being an eventless day, it's going to be more or less sidewards movement without any clear direction. And let's look at the stock market heat map. This is where I was saying in the introduction that there seems to be some kind of a rotation happening. I cannot discern what that rotation is, because today the consumer defensive is also red. I mean, yesterday the consumer defensive and utilities were also red, but all the money did not move into Magnificent 7 and AI and all those software areas. They were distributed across, and for example, some of them went into basic materials. So this is a bit confusing for me, and I'm thinking that probably money is just sloshing around, trying to take margins here and there and making short-term bets where possible with beaten down stocks. And we'll probably find a direction tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Now let's go to have a look at our indicators, and I'm going to look at NASDAQ futures first. Let us go to the futures. NASDAQ futures are looking mildly negative, and they have this resistance out here, which is at 2024.25. We have to break through that in order to make any further progress. Of course, we are in a bullish channel right now, but are we going to come back to test this area of support, which is around 19,739? That is the big question, and we'll probably have the answer soon. The momentum is flat but above average, and MACD is trying to move towards the signal line in a bearish manner. And the morning being a bit bearish, we'll have to see if today could be the day when we have the beginnings of creation of another higher low, or probably a correction. We'll have to see that. And in QQQ, I'm seeing that there is this huge gap down which was there, which is a magnet which is going to pull us upward. We have been having a gentle upward movement, and today we'll have to tackle 487.20 and get over that resistance. If we do that, then we'll aim to fill this gap, and filling this gap should take us to 496.29. Is it going to happen? Well, I don't know. The momentum has the potential to make it happen. The RSI also shows potential to make it happen. MACD also shows potential to make it happen. But we'll have to see how it goes, because pre-market we are a bit negative. And it's that time of the year when tax loss harvesting and profit booking will take center stage. That said, I think I'll look at S&P 500, and I'm going to say that S&P 500 is definitely showing a steady raise upward, and it's moving towards our head and shoulder pattern target of 6141. But the difference between S&P 500 and QQQ is that QQQ is influenced more by the Magnificent 7 and the AI stocks as compared to S&P 500, which is a much broader index. So any money moving out of AI and tech stocks and Magnificent 5 is still going to be sloshing around in S&P 500, whereas that would not be the case with QQQ. And that's why we are seeing this weakness. But you see the same pattern, the smooth move upwards in QQQ as well, but it's having a challenge breaking up towards its previous highs, whereas when you come to S&P 500, it's already broken past its previous highs and it's blue skying right now, and it has got equal potential to break through. So that's the difference I see. And in VIX also, I can see there's a growth of 2.15% in pre-market trades. We are still below our earlier support, which has now become a resistance for us. But all said, VIX is trying to move up, and gold has been doing extremely well. It's at all-time highs, and pre-market it's down minus 0.03%, and put call ratio is mildly neutral. I think I would be neutral with a little bit of bullish bias, I would say, because anything around 0.75 would be bullish in my opinion for PCC. We are at around 0.9, which is almost neutral. And let's go on and have a look at our AI stocks. Google is down 0.04%, just mildly down, and it's got this resistance at 164.49 that it has to clear. And then Tesla is down 0.55%, Apple is down 0.98%, Meta is down 0.11%, Amazon is down 0.17%. All of this is happening pre-market around 7:28 a.m. on the 25th of September. Microsoft is up 0.10% today, pre-market. AMD is down 0.20 pre-market. Palantir is down 0.60 pre-market. FNGU is down 1.58% pre-market. It's been unable to go up. It's been consolidating. Is this consolidation for a movement upwards, or is it a consolidation to test support of 413.68 or the support of 406.63? Only time will tell. Momentum and MACD are looking decent. Broadcom is down 0.65%. Oracle is up 0.42%. Micron Technologies is up 0.35%. And we have Cloudflare down 0.44%. Then we have Nvidia, which has managed to break through a very tough resistance, which is a combined of the diagonal lines which form the bullish wedge, and it's firmly above those lines. And I have no hesitation in correcting this line of resistance into a line of support. And today we are opening 0.17% above the line of support. So things are looking good for Nvidia. Momentum is also sharply up. MACD is also bullish. So hopefully Nvidia gains a little bit and does not get influenced by the overall impact of the market sentiment. Then we have Qualcomm, which is down 0.27%. SMCI is up 0.24%. ARM is down 0.08%. ASML is up 0.09%. Intel is down 0.13%. And then of course we have got SMH, which is the semiconductor ETF, down 0.21%. So even though there might be a positive bias for Nvidia, I don't see Nvidia being able to withstand the overall negative sentiment for the semiconductor industry, or the overall pre-market sentiment if it were to prevail into the trading day. Because pre-market things are looking bearish right now. At the most, I would expect some consolidation to take place while we wait for major economics news on tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that is Thursday and Friday. And let's go and have a quick look at genomics and see what's happening in our genomics sector. PACB is flat pre-market. IMTX has got no trade pre-market. Bluebird is up 2.20% pre-market. Ginkgo Bioworks is up 0.99% pre-market. Prime has got no trades pre-market. Allogene has no trades pre-market. Iowa is up 0.64% pre-market. mRNA is up 0.56% pre-market. Beam Therapeutics no trade pre-market. Intellia down 1.49% pre-market. Editas up 0.57 pre-market, and Altimmune is down 0.56% pre-market. Caribou Biosciences is up plus 3.65% pre-market, which is a sharp jump, being held down by the 9-day exponential and the 20-day exponential. Can we break through that? It could be possible if our momentum goes above average. And CRISPR Therapeutics is up 0.24%. Bionano Genomics is up plus 2.33%. ArcG is flat pre-market, and Grail is down 0.30% pre-market. Illumina is down 0.24% pre-market. I would say it is still bullish because we still have a higher low. And then we have Verve, which has got no trades pre-market. And CRISPR is still continuing to outperform QQQ, and CRISPR is still continuing to outperform the ArcG index and is staying within this cone out here. We'll see if today makes any change. And friends, That brings me to the summary of today's opinion. I think pre-market, everything is looking bearish, mildly bearish. We cannot always depend on the pre-market sentiment, because once the market opens, things can change. And I think the negative sentiment pre-market is within the range, which could easily be converted into a neutral or a positive when the market opens. Nvidia has got a little bit of a relief. Yesterday there was a huge jump, and whenever those kind of jumps happen, there are people who do a little bit of profit taking. So I could expect Nvidia to consolidate a little bit, because overall the semiconductor ETF is showing a negative bias, and I did not see many of these semiconductor stocks having a positive pre-market. So that's what I would say. And with regard to genomics, I think it needs a little more time. Genomics exactly is not the place where people would like to be at this point of time, when there is a lot of volatility happening. So a little patience is required for all our genomics investors, and hopefully money rotates back into AI and technology. That's the only way we'll see any bullishness today for our AI stocks. And with that, I think I would like to bring this video to an end. I'd like to hear from you guys whether you think October is going to be a bad month as always, or you're very hopeful that it's going to go up. Give me your thoughts in the comment section. I always look forward to your feedback. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.